catch up. It's the catch up. You should catch up. We gon' catch up. Oh yeah.
50. Courtney Kemp. Stars. I don't feel like watching Empire again. Drew is gay. Who knew?
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down.
All right, we are live. Welcome to the catch-up after show for Power Book 2, Episode 4. Before I get into tonight's show, I would like to bring up my sponsor, Fiji Water. Taste the island. The same island where James St. Patrick is now residing because he is not dead. Do not believe the fake news. We have still not seen a body. Don't get it twisted. Let's get it. All right. So, the title of tonight's episode is called The Prince. So let's go ahead and get into things. Last we leave off, Tariq is now working for the Tejada family, but of course they're keeping close tabs on him. Definitely in this episode, which I'll get into that in just a little bit. But let's start off at the beginning of the show. Tariq is now coming up with this plan to get his drugs, to distribute his drugs throughout the campus using an app. So he's using modern technology to get the product through. So basically his plan is to meet up with Simon Stern to get things kicked off. But instead of meeting the Simon Stern that we all know, we meet his husband, Sebastian Stern. I'm not sure, were we notified or was it at least implied that Simon was gay in like the first Power Book 1 or whatever? Because I don't remember. Maybe not. But yeah, it seemed like they threw another gay curveball at us in this episode. So yeah. But anyway, so basically he meets with him and he basically rolls out his plan to distribute basically through tutoring, or it'll be mass through tutoring. So basically what his plan is to get people to sign up through the tutoring app. Of course, some of it will be legit and some of it will be a facade to basically get drugs to the students through like tutoring packets and stuff like that. So basically he needs Stern, or his husband, to help get the product through, as far as helping him with the app as far as coding and stuff like that. But of course it comes with a price, as he wants a cut or of the share of whatever Tariq makes. And of course, Tariq wants it all in cash. And of course, it's like he can't do that because Simon's going to want to look at the books and know where the money's coming from. But so to keep it on the hush hush, they come up with their, own agreement. Hey, I'm going to sell drugs. I'm going to give you a cut. So that's pretty much how it works. So we're introduced to a new character of Sebastian Stern. I'll make sure to write it down this time because I'll be forgetting some of these characters' names. So after that, Tariq gets a call from Tasha. And basically she's like, hey, you need to get some heat. I know you're selling drugs to protect yourself or whatnot. I don't remember seeing Tariq get any weapon during this episode. I remember watching a preview and they showed like a clip of a gun or something like that. So I thought he was gonna get a gun at some point during this episode. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Somebody let me know. But I didn't see him get any weapon during this episode. But she mentioned that Tommy and Ghost had a stash of weapons, when things got, weary or whatever. So that's probably going to come into play at some point in the episode. But this led me to ask one of my questions. This is going to be one of my questions for tonight that I want y'all to answer. Will Tariq catch another body in Power? So far, Ray, he killed Ray, right? And of course, he shot Ghost. I'm not going to say he killed Ghost because we have not seen a body. So he shot Ghost. um, but anyway, guys. So yeah, will Tariq kill somebody in this series? I don't know. But if I were to guess, if I were to make a prediction, it seems like him and Kane are going to somehow go at it at some point in this series. So I think Kane might get it. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, that would be my guess. But we shall see. But that's like I said last episode. That's kind of what this thing is missing. Because with Ghosts, you know, he had that business side, street smart side, but he also had that savage side. So if he needed to, you know, go take care of somebody, he could take care of it. But Tariq, will he be able? I don't see Tariq getting black gloves and black masks and going out to take somebody down. I just don't see it. He's more street smart than anything. So, yeah. But I'm not going to get into that whole conversation again. Okay, so moving on to the next scene. Tariq gets to class. I don't remember if he's running late or not. That's usually in every episode. He's usually running late to class. But anyway, the next scene, he's in class, and we learn that there's going to be some fellowship or some type of internship that all the students are going to be competing for to go to Washington D.C., I believe, and this brought up a point in the episode that I thought was interesting. They said that whoever gets this internship gets enough credit to where they graduate early. And one of the students was like, who wants to graduate early? And of course, Tariq has every incentive to graduate early so he can hurry up and get his money from his dad as far as the will is concerned. So I think that's going to come into play as well. So we shall see about that. But he also is going to have competition from his other girlfriend, Lauren, or his little thing he talking to or whatever. So speaking of relationships, we find out that Lauren does have a boyfriend in Washington. So that's some new information we came into as well. So that's going to come into play later in the episode. But one thing I noticed is that Jabari has a problem, man. So to get a head up on the game, Lauren goes to Jabari and basically says, "Hey, I want to have like a dinner or something or whatever." And she tries to set it up with him and her parents, and then he was like, dinner alone? At first, this was like, no, my parents. So like, man, he tried to get at Laura too. I was like, man, I thought it was just that one little fling he had with the grad student, but I don't know. He's trying to knock them all down. I don't know what's going on with Jabari, man. He got a problem. He addicted, man. Maybe I don't know. He might be sitting in the cut watching Cuties, if you know what I mean. Carrie is like in the background and she's hearing this conversation, and he's purposely doing this to kind of get at her. So he also recommends that she invites somebody so it doesn't look weird that she's bringing the male professor to the house or whatever. So he recommends that she brings Tariq and Carrie along as well. So all of them are going to be together at her parents' house later on in the episode. So we'll get to that at another time. So next, once again, we get to the Tejada's family, and basically, they're chopping it up with the GTG boys, putting them in their place. And then one of them calls Monet a puta, that is bitch in Spanish, if you didn't know. For educational purposes, I will let the cuss words fly. But anyway, so yeah, of course, Kane, he doesn't like that. He beats him down, puts him into place. That's about it as far as that whole thing is concerned. I don't know if we're going to get anything else as far as the GTG boys are concerned, but for right now, it looks like they pretty much put them in their place. So we'll see later on in the series or whatnot. So after this, we basically see Tariq's plan in action as far as getting the drugs dispersed throughout the college. So I pretty much mentioned how all that's going down earlier in the review. So let's go ahead and move on to Tariq going to pay Davis a visit, and basically, he goes to pay him some more money. He's like, "Why am I paying you all this money for you to do fake court hearings?" So pretty much, Davis is like, "Hey, your mom is not ready, nowhere near ready for a trial," and I concur. um, so yeah, so she's nowhere near ready for a trial. And also we need to get some dirt on Davis. That's pretty much his shot at this point, making sure he gets some type of dirt on did I say Davis? I mean Davis gets some type of dirt on Sachs. That's what I meant. So that's pretty much his only shot right now as far as taking down Sachs concerned. So his first move was to get Blanca. So we see Blanca again once again in this episode. I didn't forget this time that Blanca appeared in the episode like I did in my last review. So actually the review before that, when she made her, when she debuted back in this series or whatever, and I was like, I totally forgot that she came back and I didn't mention it. But anyway, that's the past. So anyway, yes. So back in the judges' chambers, there's Blanca, Davis, and Paula, and basically, Davis is trying to get what he needs to, um, you know, make Sax look bad, and then somehow Sax turns it around once again. So as far as her being a witness, it doesn't work out exactly like Davis wanted it to. As far as her testimony in front of the judge or whatever. And also we find out that the judges is going to give Davis the authority to give Tate a subpoena. So Tate is going to be giving his little testimony next. And of course, before he goes before the judge and with Davis and Sachs or whatever, he meets up with Mr. DNC guy. They give him a story basically to give. And so he's basically in the pocket of the DNC now, since he's going to be the governor. So I actually, I didn't think we were going to see Tate at all in this series, because he has his own little side story that he's going to do as far as his series with, I think it's Power Book 5. No, that's Tommy. It's Power Book 4 or 3, one of them. I so far this is like the second or third time he's popped up in this series. So it looks like we're going to be seeing Tate for the rest of the season. Okay, so back at the Tejada family home, Mo is, hearing the chitter chatter, kids talking and stuff like that. So she pretty much bust in, hey, just letting y'all know Tariq, he's part of the operation now. And Kane doesn't like this at all. So he's pretty much like, hey, we do not need him anywhere near, our business or whatnot. And then from here, like I said, she wants to keep tabs on Tariq. So she tasked Drew with, following Tariq and seeing how he runs his business and whatnot. And so Drew, he goes to the school. But before I get to that, do y'all think this is going to further drive a wedge between Mo and Kane? We'll see, because he really didn't like the idea as far as Tariq being in the business, and then when she kind of put him in this place of like, hey, you don't think, you just kill people. So we'll see as far as how that develops, the relationship between those two. But anyway, so Drew shows up at Tariq's dorm, and from there he follows him to art classes. As we know, Drew is really into art, so this kind of allows a distraction. This is where we meet one of Tariq's classmates, and from the jump I'm like, okay, Drew is gay. I should have known with the I just should have known. But anyway, but yeah, um, so yeah, basically they're flirting and stuff like that, and this allows Tariq to kind of snoop out while he's distracted, and of course we get a sex scene, which I made sure I tapped the 15-second button. I was like, man, I want to see that. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's it. I think this is like the first gay sex scene in Power. Realistically, do y'all think this is gonna drive viewers away? What do y'all think? But I think some people might have been turned off by that tonight. But I don't know. We shall see. Okay, so later on in the episode, um, business is booming, so Tariq is running out of product and he needs product fast. He basically has more demand than he has supply, so this is where, you know, problems start to come in. And he also has another problem because everybody wants to know where he's getting his money from. Sax wants to know how he's paying Davis. Paula wants to know where he's getting the money from as well. So she actually catches up with him, and he basically gives her this lie about how he stole the money from his grandma, that she's still getting the money that Ghost left or something like that. So he knows he can't deal in cash anymore. So that's when he goes to Stern's husband, Sebastian, and say like, hey, I need you to set up like a wire account so we can make this look legit. So with that, Stern sees an opportunity to raise up his price as far as his cut. So Tariq has no choice but to oblige. So we kind of know how, you know, Stern gets down with his husband anyway. They're kind of both on the same deal as far as being opportunistic. So I guess I see why they're married. Anyway, so back at the Tejada home, Drew is taking a shower after his love scene. So Mo basically asked him what does he know about Tariq, and basically he said Tariq knows that you sent me to tell him and all that stuff like that. Anything else you find out? And he was like, nah, I ain't find out nothing. And then she sees the drawing of, because he drew the drawing of the guy when he was naked or whatever, and she saw it in there, and she knows he's gay. So we'll see where it goes from there. So as far as this secret he think he has, even though, you know, the most powerful member of the family knows already, how will this affect him? How will this affect him if his father finds out? But wait, there's more. So in the next scene, Davis and Paula are having sex. So they're having their own little relationship beyond, you know, the professional thing. And I had no idea. So that this caught me by surprise. I did not know that. Um so that's out there. And then we go to the party scene. I forgot to mention earlier that Sax, his niece, I don't know if it was Heather or Haley or something like that. I did not write the name down. Shame on me, but it doesn't matter. But you know, he also sends her to spy on Tariq. So she's at this party where he's at, and she's basically trying to get some type of evidence, I guess, that he's dealing or whatever. So he pretty much curved her real quick. And got on to his business. And then he went, I believe, to see Scott, and that's where he he basically kind of put a bug in his ear. Hey, I think that guy's, you know, selling drugs at your party or whatever. And he pointed to Braden. So I was like, why did he do that? So we found out later in the episode that this causes Scott and his buddies, they pick a fight with Braden. Of course, you know, that Western power, that family power that they have. So as a consequence of this, Scott is suspended from the school. And of course, remember when I said, as far as the book is concerned, The Prince, as far as taking out your competition, I think that's how this episode correlated, as far as, you know, Tariq getting rid of his competition in a very smart way. Because I didn't catch on until the dude got suspended from school. I was like, why did Tariq do that? But yeah, Tariq is very smart. So at the end of the party scene, old girl, she catches a picture of Tariq. He isn't really doing anything. He's just kind of in the cut, looking all gangster. You know what I'm saying? Just looking. But she sends this to Sax, but I don't know what Sax is gonna do with this information. So he's gonna have to get some more. She's gonna have to get some more information on him. Um, so we'll see if there's more interaction between. We'll just say Haley. I think that's her name, Haley or whatever. Um, Between Haley and Tariq, but there also might be a little love interest between her and Braden because they were kind of flirting as well at the party. So we'll see where that goes. Okay, anything else I got to? I think that's pretty much where the episode ended. We did have a scene where Tasha picked up got a text, I guess, from Lorenzo or Tasha, or whoever, and they was basically like, hey, he's producing good for us, so he's good right now. We ain't gonna hurt him. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode there. And going into the preview, so I'll give my preview and predictions for episode 5, which will be the mid-season finale. I forgot that this is only 10 episodes, so I'm like, the mid-season finale already? But yeah, and then the next episode, Tariq's gonna be it'll be his birthday. So we see a scene where Tasha is basically like, it's gonna be your birthday. So of course, I don't think he's gonna have any normal birthday. So this is probably where everything is gonna go down. We also have a scene where Kane pulls up in a car, so he might be telling him or something like that. They might get into it for all I know. I don't know. Possibly Diana and Lauren are probably going to meet for the first time as we see them like at a party scene and they're in the same place at the same time. So that can't be good. So we might get a cat fight. Who knows? Also, we see Davis rolling up in somebody's house or something. So he's trying to find more information. We don't know what house he's barging up in, but we'll see. Possibly he might catch Sax doing something. I don't know, but that's pretty much his whole deal because he's pretty much, hey, look, we got to take this defense down. We got to take Sax down. So that's his focus as far as the next episode is concerned. But other than that, I didn't see anything else that stood out as far as this episode is concerned. Anything big happening? I don't think I see any major deaths or anything happening like that. I don't know. I don't know if any. Do y'all think any of the characters, like the main characters, not these side pieces, the main character or any of the main characters, going to die in this series? Right now, I don't see it. So I don't know. Everybody might get off scot-free. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as episode 5. I don't think I can really come up with anything else as far as what's going to happen in the next episode. So but yeah, I will be here to talk about it. I don't know when they're going to resume the second half of the season, so I guess we'll find out once the preview for season 1B, I guess what you would call it. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here, guys. I hope y'all enjoy the show. Make sure to drop that like, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts, share this video. I'm trying to, get a piece of this power scene, y'all. So I'm trying to become the next big power reviewer up in this thing. So if y'all like the video, make sure to, support your boy. I'm out. I will see y'all next